Next up, we're going to do the top of the thumb, and we're also going to stitch. There's a couple stitches in this gap that are very much stretched to try and accommodate like just the gap. So we're going to do a little bit of stitching up in there just to kind of seal up the little gap. This happens with a lot of mint designs. You'll get a small gap between the thumb. Any mint that uses the gusset design, you'll often get a small gap in here. It just happens. There are ways around it in the knitting process, but you can also just stitch it up at the end with a little bit of extra yarn, which is what I usually prefer to do. It really is sort of a whichever one you prefer. So again, what I'm doing is first off, let me see if I can show you this. If you can see how there's an evenness, this is the top of the last round where I bound off, and this is the first actual round of the thumb. But we need to even those out, so we're just going to stitch into it to make it even, or as it's not absolutely 100% even, it can't be, but it is close enough for all purposes. There's a lot of finishing that is close enough, and it is the line and the question between how much finishing is close enough and how much do you actually care about that really, I think, distinguishes knitters, because there are some knitters who, I'm actually a fan of finishing things myself. I don't like the sewing up and ends and all that stuff. I don't want the ends, but the sewing up and just all that ending kind of work, I'm not a fan of it, I'm going to say. So I tend to decide generally that it is close enough, but that is something where you have to be aware that it is those details in finishing that also make something look professional